Good morning, fellow fish nerds, and welcome back to the channel. So this morning I'm hiking into Benson Lake. It's off of Highway 242 in the Mount Washington Wilderness in the Willamette National Forest. Benson Lake is off of a loop trail that starts off at the Scott Lake trailhead. It goes to Benson first, and then to the Tennis Lakes, to Hand Lake, and then back around to Scott Lake, which is where the parking area is. You can watch my previous video about the Tennis Lakes. You'll see that it was really buggy, a lot of mosquitoes out that day. I believe it was in July. It's Labor Day weekend right now, no mosquitoes out, but man, it is cold. And unfortunately, I didn't anticipate that for the morning, so I'm wearing my short hiking shorts. And anyway, I hope it warms up pretty soon. But in the meantime, I'm dealing with it. I'm gonna continue hiking in here. It's really pretty, as you can see. Nice trail. Sun is gonna be coming up over in that direction. And yeah, we'll just head on up the trail towards the lake. 1.5 miles in. I plan to walk around the perimeter of the lake, hitting up any good spots I see. Spoons, spinners, bait, flies. I'm gonna throw it all today, I think. We'll just see what happens. Anyway, sit back and enjoy the show. I believe we're really close here, if memory serves. Alright, I see a clearing up ahead, usually indicative of a water body in the middle of these forests. Alright, yeah, there it is. Kind of peek that through the trees. Hey, and this is where I did my intro for the Tennis Lakes video. I had hit Benson Lake briefly on that trip, just a few casts before I headed down the trail to Tennis Lakes, but there we go. Here's Benson. It's a pretty nice sized water body. Let me get down in there. Looks like the water levels receded quite a bit in the last couple of months. This area, I remember, is really shallow. So I don't think I'm going to give it a try here. I'm going to go over to that point and just cast my way around. Seeing some fish rising. Ooh, look at that. First cast of the morning, already got a fish on. Whoa. Nice, first cast. Beautiful rainbow trout. Wow, look at this beauty. The par marks on it. It's a good looking fish. All right, off you go. All right, as you can see, there's a couple of fly anglers out here. They told me they caught a little 5-inch fish yesterday and came out today to try it a little bit earlier. No luck for me so far. I've been here about an hour. I'm on this tall, rocky outcropping looking down into some pretty deep water here. I had a couple follows. I had a micro fish on. It was like 3 or 4 inches, but it came off. I'm going to just work my way around. Got some rocky area up ahead. But yeah, it's really deep right here. I was really hopeful that I'd be connecting with some larger fish, but nothing yet. As you can see, it's a little bit hazy out there. All the forest fires in the area. I guess the smoke is settling in now. It was clear this morning, but anyway, I'll carry on. Got a steep area along here to traverse. Being careful not to fall down into the water or onto the rocks below. I have a group of 3 or 4 fish. Oh, here we go. Nice. Ooh. Ooh, it's a brook trout. I was not expecting that. That is awesome. Look at that. All right. It's a nice size brook trout here. Let's let this bad boy go. There we go. Panther martin strikes again. This is what I caught that first rainbow on. This has been one of my more productive wilderness fishing lures. It's a number 4 size. Let's do that again. I'm in a boulder field here. A lot of big rocks down below. It drops off pretty deep, so just perfect habitat. These brook trout love to hide in amongst the rocks and then just kind of jump out and attack the lure. All right, there we go. Fish on. This is number 3. I'm going to guess it's another brookie. Coming in pretty easy, so not a terribly large fish. There we go. Ooh, right off the lure. Nice. There we go. Nice little fish. 7 inches or so. There we go. So I decided to put out a rod with bait on it. I have a 2-rod validation on my license. So I'm going to be casting lures with 1 rod, bait out with the other one. You can see I have this bobber here hanging off of the line. This is a strike indicator, and all it is a bobber with, put a little weight on the one end of it. The other end has a hook where I've cut off the tip and the barb. That way it could easily fall off when I go to reel it in, or I can smack it off. Anyway, the idea is when a fish starts taking the bait, like so, you'll see the bobber going up. And it also, the weight is putting tension on the line to keep the line taut that's going out to the bait. And what I have is a sliding egg sinker on the main line. It's 12-pound test main line with a 4-pound test leader and a little bait holding treble hook with some power bait on it. So let's see how that works out. Okay, I already had some hits on here. I saw the indicator moving up. See that? Well, let's check it. We had some pretty good hits there. So you can just take the indicator off pretty easy. Looks like we're in a weed bed out there. But obviously the fish were interested. Just cast it back out. So you can see pretty big egg sinker, swivel, 4-pound test leader, and power bait on a little bait holding treble. Wow, I just set that bait out and I'm already getting hit. You can see the rod tip there. There's the indicator moving up. I'm gonna wait for a more steady upward movement before I set the hook. Could be some smaller fish just picking at it. Fish on. It's a feisty one. And my net too far away. All right, fish number 4, brook trout. All right, well, that was a quick release while I was monkeying around with trying to get a picture of it. It got away, but anyway. Panther martin strikes again. All right, this guy came up right to where I almost brought my lure in. Oh my gosh, this one's so pretty. Wow. This one must be in spawning colors. Jeez, I've not caught a brook trout with this color pattern. That is a beauty. Panther martin once again. Wow, look at this gorgeous fish. I have not caught one with that orange belly like that. A big old mouth on that thing. Whoa, that's a beauty. Wow, just look at that. That is a gorgeous fish. Look at those white stripes on the leading edge of the fins. All right, off you go, buddy. Whew, good looking fish. Oh, and look at the bait's being taken. There we go. I'm gonna go for it. There it is, fish on. Looks like a rainbow. Yeah, it's a rainbow, all right. Okay, that's my second rainbow today here at Benson. Definitely a different color pattern, as you can see. This one's more silvery, no par marks. All right, away you go, sir. Wow, bait is just producing bites quickly. I just put this rod out again after catching that last rainbow, and the strike indicator is already moving. So as you notice with that rainbow trout, I released it. If it had swallowed the hook where I could not extract it humanely or easily, I definitely would have kept it. But the key is to not let the fish run with the bait too long, because then they tend to swallow it deeper and it becomes harder to extract the hook. So here we go, another fish. Probably gonna guess this is gonna be a rainbow trout. Oh no, it's a brook trout. Here we go, another beautiful brookie, about 8 or 9 inches long. All right, away you go. All right, here we go. Fish on. Number 3 for bait. Feels like a bigger one. Whew. That's why it feels like a bigger one. It's a big old mass of weeds. Oh, and a rainbow trout. Weeds are attached to the egg sinker. But it's a nice sized rainbow trout. Ooh, yeah, it's a beauty. That is a good looking rainbow trout. It's about 12 inches. Let's release him. This little guy hit my lure right when I was bringing it out of the water. Eating my cucumber here. Anyway, tiny little rainbow trout. Away you go, guy. Again, another strike real close in. Brook trout. Panther martin. Get this one released quickly. Another good looking fish though. There we go. All right, here we go with another one. Another brook trout. See if we can get a quick release on this one. Another one right in a row. A little bit more size to this one, but not by much. This is the brook trout spot here. All right, there you go, little guy. Here we go, another tiny fish, rainbow. Geez, these fish keep hitting the lure just so close when I'm bringing them in. I don't have a chance to get the camera turned on, but anyway, here we go again. Another nice little brookie, smaller one. There you go, guy. Booyah! Here we go again. A little bit better fight. Wow, these seem to all be cookie cutter fish, about the same size. Oh, there we go. It's a brook trout, in case you didn't see that. Quite a few fish around here. Been getting a lot of follows and other strikes. That was a brook trout, but anyway, about the same size as the last few I've been catching. Would have liked to see it all the way landed, but oh well. There it is. Feisty brook trout. Oh. This sucker came up from the deep and hit my lure as it was close to the surface. Slightly nicer sized brook trout. A lot of little guys along this shoreline. Nice little rainbow. Wow, it's a beauty. Oh, there we go. I think this one's a rainbow. It's a good size one too. Yep, sure is. Oh wow, look at that beauty. That's a good looking fish right there. Yeah. Ooh-wee. All right, back in the water for you. I made my way to the exact opposite side from where I started. It's noon. As you've been seeing, I've been catching quite a few fish. It's slowed down quite a bit here. Looks like I'm at the deepest part along the shore. I'm kind of on this cliff here. There's a few access points I can get down to the water's edge, but as I've been working my way around, I haven't really been catching anything, so not too concerned with it. I'm going to be wrapping up my day anyway. I'll probably make a few more casts. We'll see what happens. I can see some fish moving around down there. Well, I'm going to call it a day. It's approaching 1 o'clock and the fish bite has slowed way down. A lot of users too have come out onto the lake. Day hikers, campers, people out here swimming. You might be able to hear them in the background as I'm doing this conclusion. Anyway, really productive day today. A lot of brook trout, quite a few rainbow trout as well. I was really surprised on the brook trout. I was not expecting them here. Lure of the day, the panther martin. I don't know what the color is. It's somewhere between a rainbow trout and a brown trout, but no surprise because that's the lure I cast the most today, one of my favorites. Bait was highly productive too, specifically power bait. As you saw, I caught a few fish just like right off the bat as soon as I cast it in there, including that larger rainbow trout. Generally, I don't like to use bait in these high mountain lakes because I'm practicing catch and release, but I did pinch down the barbs on them and I didn't let the fish run with the bait too long so that they can swallow it. If they swallowed it too deep and they ended up being mortally injured while trying to extract the hook, I would have definitely kept them, but luckily the 3 that I caught today, they were pretty shallow hooked, mostly around the lips, and I was able to release them successfully. But what this tells me is that this is a really good beginner's lake or family lake, especially this time of the year when the water level is down. There's more shoreline accessibility. If I came out, let's say July, maybe beginning of August, the water level would be higher up and it'd be harder to navigate along the shore and probably not as conducive or friendly to having family, little kids out here. Just not going to be as much water access. Plus it's really hot out here today. Great time to go swimming. So again, plenty of shoreline, slopes in there gently, so perfect for swimming. Again, with the bait being productive, it definitely makes it a good beginner and family lake. Be sure to get the kids hooked up into fish really easily. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna go swim. So Fish Nerd out.